What up guys, Ben Oberg here. Welcome to my new home, and today we're going to talk about Instagram algorithm changes in 2020. What up guys, Ben Oberg here. I already said that about 20 seconds ago. Welcome to my new home. We'll be giving you guys a little bit of a tour in just a little bit here. And at the end of this video, I'm also gonna discuss with you what I do when business isn't working out so well, you have a weak spot, sales aren't coming in. What do you actually do? Well, before we get into that, I'm gonna talk about Instagram algorithm changes in 2020, what to expect, how to overcome them, and why you shouldn't even ever worry about the Instagram algorithm. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe right now because I'm always dropping daily posts, daily videos about growing your Instagram audience, being able to monetize the sales skills that you need to have to turn your followers into dollars, overcoming the Instagram algorithm and Instagram algorithm changes that you might experience, why you don't need to worry about it, and more importantly, being able to grow your brand, your company, or your personal brand to a multiple seven-figure level. I'm going for $20 million in 2020. I don't know if I'll hit it or not. I know we're gonna do multiple millions. I know we'll do 8 figures. I don't know what we're gonna hit, but that's my goal. We'll also be talking a little bit about that here on today's video. So appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. You might wanna get out your pens and pieces of paper so you can take some notes because class is in session. And check that out. Look at the fire we got going in the background. That's awesome. Also, we had no gas last night, so it dropped down to about 50 degrees in the house. Brittany and I bundled up. We've got an awesome master bedroom. I'll show you guys that in just a little bit. There's a pool table upstairs. It's amazing. And we just moved in yesterday. But there was no heat. So that was a cold night. Cold shower this morning, which I took about 22 minutes ago. And you can't tell right now, but I'm shivering. So Instagram algorithm changes to 2020. Obviously, you guys know that for the United States and many countries, they took likes away. Now, while this is old news, here's how I want you to treat this. Going back, and maybe yourself even included, we always judge people based on how many likes or how many comments they have, all right? But here's the thing. Instagram doesn't play fair. They have these negative biases, they have these positive biases. Have you ever been shadow banned, right? This is something that you might experience and you don't think you've done anything wrong, and a lot of times, most of the time, you probably haven't. Well, shadow banning is still part of the Instagram algorithm and it's gonna continue through 2020. But the unfair thing is that Instagram doesn't play fair. You could be putting out the best content in the world. Such amazing content, and you could be putting such a tremendous amount of effort in that content, and you could be providing so much value, but Instagram is choosing to not trend your content based on maybe some asshole reporting your content before, based on that you didn't know that you used a hashtag that was banned, and maybe you used a couple completely innocently, but you didn't do your hashtag research, so you didn't check that, and your account got banned for several weeks, maybe even several months, okay? Maybe there's another reason or an Instagram agenda that you don't cater to, so Instagram chooses to flag your account. All of this stuff happens with the Instagram algorithm, and it's probably gonna continue to happen. So what I'm getting at is it's unfair of you, me, or anybody to judge somebody based on the amount of likes or comments that they have. Because Instagram doesn't play fair. I've seen so many creators out there and so many entrepreneurs that put out high-level content, but their engagement, for lack of a better term, is absolute shit. All right? Let me know in the comments below if you've ever suffered from low engagement or Instagram flagging or banning your account. Let me know your experience with that. I'd like to know. I'm going to pick a comment of the week. We always pick a comment of the week, use it as a teaching point in one of the next videos. So I'd like to know your thoughts. Go ahead and comment that below and smash that like button if you haven't already. So there's a lot of people that are putting out a tremendous amount of content, and it's really good. And in today's day and age, you have to put out the best of the best content you can because there's over 1 billion active monthly users on Instagram. I think 1.2 billion now. And there's a lot of really good content creators out there in your niche that work just as hard, if not harder than you, and are more consistent. So you've really got to work on the consistency and the pure level of content and the value you're providing out there. And even so, a lot of times there's people putting out content out there and they're not getting the likes, they're not getting the comments because Instagram is choosing not to allow them to rank for hashtags, not to trend them on the explore page, not to show their content to other than the people already following them, thus lowering their engagement and not helping them grow. And here's another point regarding the Instagram algorithm and Instagram algorithm changes that you might want to be aware of is just the ad space, okay? Sometimes, and this isn't all the time, if you go back to how the Instagram algorithm worked a couple of years ago, anytime you got into a ban, what you'd usually do is you just pull up on some influencer marketing, you get a bunch of shout outs in a short period of time, and it would show Instagram, whoa, this person's content is cool, and you get out of there. Well, they're a lot smarter than that now. And then you started doing that, and at the same time, you'd run some Instagram story or feed ads, and the call to action would be for people to like, comment, and engage on your recent post. And Instagram caught on to that, and that didn't really work anymore. And so Instagram, out of all social media platforms, in my opinion, compared to even Facebook, even though Facebook owns Instagram, compared to YouTube, all right? Instagram has the biggest biases. It's unfortunate because it's got the biggest biases that don't play fair. There's so many people out there. I mean, I stress there's so many people out there that have such amazing Instagram accounts and are putting out tremendously more value than other people that Instagram is choosing to trend more, all right? Another thing that I see, and I recommend that you look at this if you're trying to watch Instagram algorithm changes or learn Instagram's biases, is look at what Instagram posts themselves, okay? The Instagram account, Instagram. What I've noticed in the last couple weeks here is they've actually been trending a lot of clothing brands, a lot of sustainable clothing brands, where in other words, the clothing is not made by Chinese sweatshops, it's, you know, fair labor wages, all this stuff, which is good, and I believe in that. I think that's great. But Instagram, in the grand scheme of things, has a very, very left-wing political agenda. And I'm not left-winged at all. I'm opinionated, I share my political opinions. And while I'm more on the conservative side, I have noticed that I've done this as a taste. I'm actually gonna do this and put this on video for you guys so you can see, but I've done this as a taste just to see how Instagram treats this. I've done stuff where I have, on another account, because I don't believe in this, but on another account, I've supported agendas of like Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton. And then I've done the same thing on the same account, and I've supported like Trump and a more of a Republican agenda, and the left-wing stuff has always done better, all right? And whether that's because there's more left-wing and Democrat people using Instagram, or it's because Instagram has their own agenda, that is what I wonder. And it's only a fact to know that Mark Zuckerberg is a Democrat, Facebook is a left-winged company. They do have more of a left political agenda, so since Instagram's owned by Facebook, why not them? These are all Instagram algorithm changes and updates I want you to be aware of. And going back to emphasize the likes, okay? I don't want you guys yourselves to judge people based on likes or comments either, all right? Base them on the content, the consistency, and the authenticity of the person or that brand or business. Base it on the content, okay? Base it on the authenticity. Base it on the consistency of the person, the brand, or the business, all right? Those are just a few tips. Now, what I do want to do real quick is I want to show you the house here, all right? Because it's phenomenal, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to do some style. I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, we're also going to talk about a new tip and trick that you can use in 2020, because the Instagram algorithm you shouldn't care about. It should never stunt you from growing. It should never be so perplexed that it stops you in your tracks. You should always be able to make money on Instagram regardless of Instagram algorithm changes. So excuse the fact that the house is still kind of not clear. There's a compass, okay, in case anybody gets lost. That way right there is north, okay. There's a big bowl or plate right here. That's cool. It's so fucking confusing, guys. There's like an little office area over here, so that's cool. There's a dungeon right there, just kidding. That's like some little cubby back there. We got all our shit in here. Garage, I guess I don't need to show you that, but check this out. Okay, fireplace, that's cool. All right, if I go up here, I know it's a little dark right now, so 1 second, guys. Look at this. We got a pool room, which is awesome. And then a fancy clock right here, and this is my favorite part. And guys, I told you I would talk to you about, what do you do when you're trying to overcome adversity in business, when things aren't going the way that you want them to? That can be hard. It can be really hard, actually. And I'm gonna turn this to me, and hopefully this will still record. It can be hard, all right? Because there's gonna be times in business when your sales are down, okay? When you feel like you're doing everything, and everything you touch, it's like holding sand in between your fingers, trying to hold it there, but it still slips through the cracks and eventually you lose it all, okay? It's like, you know those videos or those movies where, you know, it's like Fast and Furious style, or it's Hobbs and Shaw style or something like that, and they got the USB, but then the bad guy gets it, but then the good guy gets it, but then like a good guy that's sort of a bad guy that doesn't agree with the good guy gets it, and then somebody loses it, and then somebody else gets it, and then it gets crushed. That's kind of how business is sometimes, all right? And the thing that always worked for me in the car business, spent 4 years there, and the thing that always works for me now is whenever you have a tough time, back to the basics. Don't worry about the money, don't worry about the numbers. Back to, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, how can I help you? I'm so excited that you came to me to want to work with me. I'm so blessed. I really appreciate the opportunity. You're not going to regret it. I'm really excited to help you. What can I do for you today? Okay, back to the basics. Take a breath, calm down, all right, and go back to helping the consumer. That's what's really going to help you guys, okay? All right, so I hope that helps. Make sure you subscribe, tap that notification bell, all right? Let me turn this on for you guys too. This is the bedroom. It's pretty fancy, all right? It'll take a second for the lights to warm, but there's a plant. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Talk. Hi, Noah. Say hi, everybody, all right? And yeah, it's pretty cool. We have all our shit in here still, guys, so I apologize. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Start using those tactics to overcome Instagram algorithm changes, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm gonna go chill right there by that fireplace.